Cousins are reunited in Supergirl issue 8. Meeting her cousin in the clouds, Kara and Clark's reunion is put on hold when Emerald Empress launches an attack on National City. At the scene, Empress shouts that Kara tricked her in some way, but Kara says that she has never met this woman before. Empress says she tracked down Saturn Girl to this century thinking she was the one who destroyed her life when it was in fact Kara. Taking a note from Eliza's DEO handbook, Kara uses iron to stop Empress's advanced magic, causing her to retreat and teleport away. As the DEO and the Superman family begin to clear the area, Superman reassures his cousin that she is definitely inspiring people in the city and she will inspire more to fight back against people like Empress. As they talk, Batgirl surveys them from a distant rooftop. At the city hall, Clark and Kara indulge themselves in some of the local food, and since it's the Kryptonian Day of Truth, Kara voices her honest thoughts to Clark, saying everything isn't the same for Clark as it is for her, since she actually lived on Krypton for a time before arriving on Earth, whereas Clark grew up on Earth, so it's hard for her to adapt to a new life when she was so used to her old one. Later on at the Fortress of Solitude, Clark brings Kara, Lois and John in for dinner. Kara gets to know her new cousin once removed while Clark cooks. As they sit down for dinner, Lois wants all the details about Kara's new job working for Cat Grant at Catco. Afterwards, Kara and Clark talk about what recently happened with the Man of Steel and how he was split and returned to a full powered Superman. Clark tells Kara about Mr. Oz and how powerful the Strange Man is. Giving her an Omihedron, Clark says that it will activate when Clark needs her in the coming days. Days later, Kara discovers that someone has leaked the DEO plans for their Phantom Drive tech to Taicho Tech, and the DEO want Kara to discover who sold them out, meaning she will have to travel to Burnside in order to follow up a lead on an energy signature. Supergirl issue 8 saw the Girl of Steel meet her reborn cousin for the first time since the final days of Superman. Much like the recent Superman Reborn aftermath issues, this issue told us where we stand with Superman combining into the proper Superman and the effect it's had on the people around him, like Supergirl, who thanks to her New 52 book wasn't actually really around with the New 52 Superman all that much. She was very cosmic hero in her book. She was mainly in the stars, in the X-Men Academy sort of thing she had near the end of her book and everything. So kind of means that her slate is relatively clean when it comes to effects of the Reborn arc, and now she wants to spend time with her cousin and sort of catch up on the time they never had in the New 52, which I think is really great. Another great thing about this book is obviously, you know, Superman's coming into this book, so you think maybe he might take over, but he totally doesn't. He just stays around in the background. It's a very Supergirl book, and that's something that Steve Orlando could have done. He could have made it like a big Superman book, but it's still very much a Kara-centric issue and sort of showing her aspect from all this sort of stuff. And it's great that they sort of based it all around this Day of Truth, this Kryptonian Day of Truth, which I think is really cool, and again bringing back the Kryptonian heritage and everything. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10. Well, I hope you enjoyed Kara meeting her new and improved cousin, and I hope you'll check out my other reviews of comics out this week, like the much anticipated Action Comics issue 977 or the much anticipated Injustice 2 issue 1. You can also catch myself and Joel from Cape Joel in our weekly podcasts, Cape TV and the Comic Multiverse, over on his channel or on SoundCloud. Links to them are in the description below. Also, you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and if you're feeling a touch generous and have some extra cyber change floating around, you can tip my cyber jar that I have set up. Just follow the links in the description below, and until next time, I'm Matt of the Fortress of Solitude, and I will see you in another video.